I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. The Iran war, the American-Israeli war with Iran, it opened my mind to some things. And I started reflecting backward. And I came to Plato's Shadows in the Cave. It's something you should read. Go and Google it. Plato's Shadows in the Cave. If you don't Google it, please don't comment here unless you already know it. And if you are not 40 and above, you might not understand what I'm saying. When people say that a fool at 40 is a fool forever, there's something that happens between the age bracket of 35 to 40. Suddenly, you develop the capacity to question everything you have known before. Everything you were taught in school, everything you were taught in church, everything you assumed, you will start questioning them. You have come into the level of enlightenment. That is, if you dare to reason for yourself. Tragically, only 5% of people reason for themselves. The remaining 95% don't reason. They just follow. And some of them, if they reason at all, they will die. They dare not reason. They just follow and swallow anything that has been told to them. Now, there are some key issues you must understand. Let's take marriage, for example. Oh, marriage. When I reached a certain age, I realized that marriage is not the way it is described. Somebody rightly said that a wedding is a funeral with a cake. Now, marriage, as you progress in it, if you are not fortunate to marry somebody who has grown beyond the pedestal understanding of marriage, can become your greatest source of frustration. It can endanger your life. It can make you lose confidence in your ability if you marry the wrong person. You will then discover that many people are married just for survival, personal interests, and societal applause. If you are unable to meet, particularly as a man, if you are unable to meet the expectation of your wife, you will suffer. Forget this thing called love. Love does not sustain marriage. It is responsibility and commitment. When women grow to the age of 40, they've had all their children, you've trained them, they've had a level of independence. It takes a woman who God has affected. The Holy Spirit has purified her heart to remain humble and loyal. Many women don't know how to manage wealth, position, and authority. If you are not careful, you will see a strange bedfellow who is thinking of what she can gain from you, who is most likely going to corner the children to herself, who will question everything you want to do, particularly in the diaspora. I hear a lot of complaints from the diaspora. And so, very early, I realized that, and I was telling my children that if your mother and all of you say that I'm not your father, I will gingerly take my certificates, my essential documents out of this house and move on. That helped me to prepare for this age. I'm 67. There is nothing that moves me, nothing that shakes me. There are people you will plan for, you will give direction, they will choose their own directions, they will choose their own attitudes. And if your happiness dependent upon them, you'll be frustrated, including your spouse. And I know men who have abandoned women, who labored with them, abandoned them, followed one dirty girl. So, build your life, build yourself. Madam, get education, get skills, manage a business that you can build on. Insulate your heart. If not, marriage can be very devastating. I told myself, I will not depend on the following B's: somebody's body for joy. If you provide for me, fine. If not, bust you, baby. Somebody's budget, no. I wanted to be independent. Somebody's brain, I dare to think for myself. Somebody's blessing, what you become, what you attain, does not change who I am and who I'm aspiring to become. That's marriage. The next thing is family. Oh, family. Extended family. If you're not careful, it becomes a prison. It depletes you. It wears you out. Most of those you will take care of in the family, that you will help in the family, when you are down and you need them most, you will not see them. An old woman close to me, I saw her in her last days. Her people she put her hope on, abandoned her. One even sat beside her in the hospital and rained curses on her own daughter. I saw how she suffered, and I told myself, God, keep me healthy, keep me financially stable, that I will not need to have children take care of me. Instead of me to be chronically ill and be a burden to people, God, take me before that time. I hate to be dependent upon people. I hate to be a burden. I knew this some years back, and I went to Google it. There was a Queen of England called Queen Victoria. She was called the grandmother of Europe. She had children that married into royalty around Europe. And during the First World War, most of those who fought each other were her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren. The rulers of the main empires then, Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany, King George V of Great Britain, and Sir Nicholas II of Russia were all first cousins, sharing a common grandmother in Queen Victoria of Great Britain. In fact, she had grandchildren or great-grandchildren in Germany, Russia, Greece, Romania, Norway, and Spain. And they fought against each other. When they were calling each other before the war, they were calling each other their pet names, their family names. But when personal interests, institutional interests, nationalism, politics, self-preservation, of their thrones came into play, they did not remember blood. It is not all times that blood is thicker than water. And so 15 to 22 million people died because of the stupidity of cousins. And so you have children, pray that they are united, pray that they stay together. But don't be surprised, as they get older, they can become their worst enemies. And if it is happening when you are alive, maintain your cool. Find the ones you can work with. The ones you cannot work with, allow them be on their own. Remember, the First World War was fought by cousins. Some of your greatest adversaries might be people from your family, your close relatives, might be people from your tribe, people from your tribe. When it comes to politics, all this stupid talk about Oduduwa, Biafra, and all that, it becomes infinitesimal. They will attack Igbo, will attack Igbo. Yoruba will attack Yoruba. Hausa will attack Yoruba, will attack Hausa. Forget that thing. Don't let any person use tribe to create enemies for you that you did not make. Recently, I did a webinar online. A great percentage of those who registered for the webinar were Yorubas. The next group were Igbos. And then you had people from Edo State and other tribes. My own tribe were the least among those who registered. My greatest benefactors and those who have contributed to my life are not from my tribe. My greatest critics and antagonists are from my tribe. And so I don't carry tribe or tribal agitations or tribalism on my head. The schools I attended detribalized me. Government College Uwili, FGC Warri, University of Ibadan, NYSC Ataba, and all the friends I have all over the world detribalized me. Any person that is still carrying tribe, religion, I'll come to religion, on his head for the basis of relating with people is not yet mentally developed. In fact, he is at the basal level of human intellectual development. Let me go to religion. I said, peace be unto Prophet Muhammad. Come and see Christians. You say you are an ordained clergyman and you are venerating Muhammad. Papa. I saw their stupidity. If somebody who worships Ifa comes here and he has a title, and his title is Olori, I will call him Olori. It was not my duty to denigrate him or disgrace him. I do business with Muslims. Where they pray, I don't step into their mats. When they are praying, I honor them. I have Ogboni friends. I respect them and their belief system. Religion is a personal thing, very personal thing. It should not cause conflict between you and another person. The war in Ireland for 30 years that started in the 1960s and ended in 1998 with the Good Friday Agreement, 3,500 people died. In fact, I did a tour of Belfast, a bus tour of Belfast. And there was the Catholic area, the predominantly Protestant area. There are still marks of devastation and the graffitis of their quarrel till today. It was the war between Roman Catholics and Protestants. on who to control, who not to control, whether to join Ireland or to join the United Kingdom. Catholics and Protestants, they killed each other. 3,500 bombed each other, shot at each other, formed militia. You couldn't cross from one area to the other. I saw the areas in Belfast. Today's church that has been institutionalized. You can belong to the same church, but you might not be able to pay for the university you contributed towards its building. Your children might not be able to attend the secondary schools established by your denomination. One of the most pious looking men in this country, holiness preacher, the secondary schools of his church are among the most expensive in the country. Many of their members, their children, cannot attend. After some time, it becomes elite capture. People like Dr. Apoki and his colleagues enjoy the peak of the privileges, while those at the base of the pyramid carry all the weight. They act as ushers, they clean church, they do this, they do evangelism, while we come as peacocks. I knew that very early when I was 38, and I decided to know God for myself and build my life. I will still be loyal to Jesus Christ. I will still play my role in the church, but no man can intimidate me or take me for granted or make me disposable. One of the things you must do is to create your own legacy within the freedom that society provides. Know God for yourself, according to Tony Oribo. Know God for yourself, know God for yourself. Don't concentrate on your congregation, even as a pastor. Bless your generation. Look beyond your denomination and look towards the nations. So, when you do that, fix your eyes on Jesus, the author and finisher of your faith. What most of your leaders will be showing you are shadows in the cave. You don't know the reality. Forget the clothes, forget the eloquence, forget the display of anointing, forget the testimonies. The reality is totally different, particularly as you get older. Particularly when you need them most, you will not see them. People always come to meet me. I need this, help me. This. I was telling somebody, I don't know you. How can I help you? He said, I've been helping those that I didn't know. I said, okay. He said, and God is helping him. I said, continue. Go to where you pay your tithes. Go to where you give your offerings. Go to where you have been a deacon. Go to where you have been an usher. Most times when you go, they are not able to contribute to you. It is outsiders from other denominations that will contribute to you. Let's look at Sharia and the war in Iran. Sharia was supposed to be like an egalitarian form of Islam. And it is epitomized in Iran, epitomized in Afghanistan. But today, those two countries are in crisis. Let's take Iran. When the first Ayatollah came from France, I said it in the previous video, and somebody enlightened me more. He was against transfer from one family to the other. That's why this late Ali Khamenei was able to become the Ayatollah and supreme leader. You see, Islam is usually against veneration. They don't like images of people. They don't like venerating people. But supreme leader, where then is God or Allah, as you call him? Where then is Allah? Allah Akbar is supreme leader, now greater than Allah Akbar. God is great. Supreme leader. You go and kiss his picture. You go and do this. It has turned to idolatry. And you made his son the next Ayatollah, the next supreme leader, inheritance, oligarchy. And most times, religion, Christian, Muslim, African traditional religion is for control of people. Human beings want to be controlled. And so when these people see that weakness in human beings, they control. Domination, regimentation, and self-interest. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, they control the oil wealth and the businesses in Iran. That's why they don't want the people to protest. In fact, this new leader, if he's still alive, he owns businesses, buildings in the Western world that they criticize. They have assets in the United States, most of these fellows. Even Russian people own assets in the United States. That's why they can easily be seized and frozen. Forget the rhetorics of religious leaders. They are hypocrites. When I went to Europe, I saw their children all over the place. Their children are also in the United States. And you are here singing, Jesus, you are weeping. Open your eyes from the shadows in the cave, face reality. Islam, religion of peace. Iran has been shelling their brothers. Kuwait, Oman, shelling everywhere, even Saudi Arabia. I just pray they don't throw a grenade, a missile to go and hit the Blackstone. Or is it what? The Kaaba. There you are no longer brotherhood, Islamic brotherhood, the Muslim Ummah. It has broken. When the interest of Iran was threatened, they didn't know, they didn't care again. Even when the president came out that they won't attack their neighbors, some radicals were still attacking. In Nigeria here, all those people advocating for Sharia, those professors, they are self-seeking bigots who want to become oligarchs because they are the ones who have studied Islamic law. They are the ones who will be the mullahs, while the ordinary Muslims will be the mules. Mullahs and mules, just like in Iran. People who couldn't provide water for their people were building missiles. That is the hypocrisy of religion, both in Islam, Christianity. Know God for yourself. Build your life. Be useful to your generation. Be useful to the nations. Don't be deceived. Know God for yourself. I am Dr. Charles Apoki. If you like, vex. You like, come quarrel. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. But if you decide to remain in the cave, good for you. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62 to register for the oncoming conference. People are calling from France and different nations. And we will help you book accommodation and register you. We have properties for sale. God bless you.